we got to start with, all things come to an end. And with all things coming to an end, you have a new beginning. So we're going to start with what happened with them Chiefs, boy.
I mean, it's one of them years, they got caught slipping. You know, you had your boy. I'm not saying it's in for them overall because Rice was out for games. O-line, Pat Mahomes getting hurt. Kelsey, he just needs to retire. But it's kind of going to be difficult because what I'm saying is we know they're not going to the bowl, going to the Super Bowl, not going to the playoffs this year. But how long is Pat going to be out next year? Him getting that injury this late, he's going to be out some games.
So he is predicting he's going to try to get back week 1. I would say he's probably going to be back at least by week 3. They say, towards ACL, he's already had the surgery. He's began the rehab process. He's going to attack that like nobody's business. He's already reached out for Tom Brady, who had a similar injury, and talked about how he rehabbed. So I don't have a question about Pat Mahomes. I do have a question about literally the rest of that whole team, man. I mean,
are they done? I know a lot of teams are happy they ain't going to the playoffs.
I mean, you got to give them credit. They've been to the playoffs 10 years in a row. Went to the Super Bowl most of those years. So you got to give Andy Reid credit. I don't think they're going into a rebuild. They're going to go into a retool. So they still got the D lineman, Chris Jones. You got some good receivers. I would question whether or not they have a number 1 receiver because they dropping too many passes. And you might as well farewell to Travis Kelce. Good luck to him and his young lady Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let them make it for sure. But it's definitely it's gonna be a new sheriff in town, new king in the AFC.
With this year, it's just hard to count kind of Pat Mahomes and Coach Reid. It's just hard to do that. Not gonna say it's completely over for them, but like you said, it came to an end this year. I know a lot of teams happy they're not in the playoffs. They're not going this year. So it's going to be real interesting. You're going to see what happens. But, man, you never thought that – you would have thought they were not going to the playoffs.
No one ever put money on them not making the playoffs. You could have bet they might not have made the Super Bowl or won the Super Bowl this year, but not making the playoffs at all, that wasn't even in the equation.
Yeah.
Another team, though, that's still going to the playoffs, should still go to the playoffs, but their hopes have been diminished, and that's the Green Bay Packers. Unfortunately, Micah Parsons had a similar injury, ACL injury. He was their number one player on the team, really. I mean,
paid him all that money.
He is the highest non-paid quarterback in the league, and he ain't gonna even be in the playoffs. I'm just saying, I'm from Dallas. You paying him $47 million. I'm glad we ain't paying him $47 million to sit at home.
And he was trying to start drama behind that too, though. You think Karma came back to him or whatever? Because he was trying to. He didn't give a damn, and the way his attitude was. We know Jerry like take his time and play. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he wasn't worth that money to me.
No,
he wasn't even worth Green Bay giving it to him.
No, he wasn't worth that money because at the end of the day, Jerry has been known to pay the stars. He paid Dak. He paid CD. He paid Diggs.
Took his time paying him, but he paid him.
Hey, you know what?
He liked that. He liked that attention.
You know
what?
He
want everybody to know I'm still the boss.
You gonna take your time paying me. As long as you paying me, you take your time all you want. He's shown that he gonna write that big check, and I'm glad he didn't write that big check to Parsons because we turned Parsons into Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark. And we're gonna talk about more about my beloved Cowboys here in a second. But at the end of the day, Green Bay chances of going to the Super Bowl are, they really are diminished. They got a good team, but they got some holes now for sure. They definitely got some holes.
Well, Baltimore is another team though.
Yeah, Baltimore may not
get in it, and they got a pretty tough road. I think for them it's going to come at the end when they play Pittsburgh. They just can't never beat Pittsburgh.
So
that's another team. Whoever thought they would be struggling going to the playoffs?
We're gonna talk about who our Super Bowl predicted teams are right now. You know what? Let's just jump into it right now. Before we get to our Texans and our Cowboys, I think the road is paved in the AFC. If Buffalo don't do it this year, I don't know if they're gonna do it. Because in the past they had to get past Kansas City, they had to get past Baltimore, they had to get past whatever other up and coming team. But Josh Allen is playing his you-know-what off. They down by 20. They still winning.
I'm not going to count Philly out. And once they get in, it'd be a whole different team, whole different season. But another team I would say on that side is tough. They got a defense like the Texans, and that's Seattle. Seattle look good. Seattle rolling. And I say other team on the other side, people think the Texans, I just don't have. I think it's going to come down to Coleridge putting a team on his back because Texas defense is just unreal. I mean, they look like the Baltimore 2 Super Bowl champions. I mean, you talk about the skill curve, you talk about the Chicago Bears defense. It's on a level with that. But Denver is playing some ball.
Well,
and they got a hell of a defense, too. Vance Joseph got them balling. My boy Harvey got him, Harvey the Ricky. He doing his thing. Shout out to my guy. And, the old man coming in the lead, their quarterback, he's playing some hell of a ball.
No, you're right. You're right. I'll tell you. We're going to find out how good these defenses are because when you start talking about those historic defenses in the past, the Baltimore, the Chicago's, look at their quarterback they had. Trenton Dilfer won a Super Bowl and with that defense. We're going to find out if those defenses are on that level because if they're on that level, then Coleridge got a chance to get him a ring.
Yeah, but I'm going to say this. That defense is on that win or lose. That defense is on that level, man. Anderson playing like a Hall of Famer. Give him a yellow jacket right now. Give him a jacket his colors in the tunnel shirt right now. Give him that right now.
I don't know about. He's playing well. He's
playing
well.
great.
He's playing great.
That's the best defensive player in the league right now. Playing right now.
Yeah, because Micah got hurt. I mean, who you gonna take? You taking Anderson or you taking Myles Garrett right now? Come on now.
Okay,
Myles Garrett.
But they've been in the league for a long time.
I mean,
so what I'm saying with Anderson, he bringing spark, and then you got the veteran on the other side. I mean, come on.
Autry. You could talk about Donald Autry. Yeah.
But they open rooms for them. Man, Anderson, that's the best young defensive player in the league.
If you want to go young, but Myles Garrett is that man.
Well, he's a veteran. But the boy is playing like a veteran now. He's up there with the veterans.
I feel
right now, for a young career, right now I can see that cat. If he continue to play like that the next 5-6 years, I can see him going to the Hall of Fame right when he retires.
I mean, yeah, if everything goes perfect. But I know you got them glasses on, so you're trying to see into the future. But I'm telling you, man.
Well, with Coach Ryan, that's one of the best defensive coaches. I mean, he had a hell of a defense with the 49ers. I wasn't surprised he was going to get the defense right here. And he got the way he got him set and the system set for him. He fit that mold. So I'm sure that's going to be the first person he's going to think when he win at Heisman. It ain't going to be Nick Saban. It's going to be Coach Ryan.
I'm just saying you can't win a game without scoring points. And that Texan offense has been very, very inconsistent. So
I agree with you on that, but I'm talking about individual.
Texas going to the AFC Championship game this year? Call your shot.
It's possible.
I mean, it's possible.
I can predict that 2 weeks when the playoffs get ready to go.
All right, we're gonna revisit. We'll revisit it. We'll revisit it.
For sure.
We'll revisit that. One team that's not, unfortunately, going to the NFC Championship is my Cowboys. They had a chance. They got on a historic roll, beat Kansas City, beat the Raiders, beat Philly. But when it came down to it, they couldn't beat the Lions, and they couldn't win last week. So you talk about the future. I think the future is bright in Dallas though with the squad they're putting together.
I mean, come on. First of all, y'all didn't have no defense, and you have a kid like Zion can play everything in the secondary. Why you never put him on the roster? You cut him, brought him back. I don't understand that. And that's y'all weak link is safeties. That's y'all weak link. It's the safeties. So at the end of the day, you have that is the best quarterback in the league this year to me. And he's having a hell of a season. Might as well say he had a hell of a season because they're not going to the playoffs. And of course I got to say this, I repeat myself. It's the difference between the black fans, the white fans, and the foreigners. It's the black fans make me hate them because they always want to blame that for everything. And you cannot blame that. Y'all not going to the playoffs. You cannot blame them for that. And he had a hell of a game the other night. But, of course, y'all lost the game because y'all got the weakest safeties. It don't make no sense. Yo, I mean, you could go to St. Mark's and Dallas and find a safety play better than that. Or go to Oak Cliff and find a safety.
You're right.
Shoot.
You're right. I will say, we're going to talk about high school, but I think DeSoto and Duncanville got better safeties than the Cowboys right now. I would tell you that. I will say that I am on the fence with that defensive coordinator. I think you got to make a change. Now, I know it's not good to change your coach. That would be 4 years in a row, 5 years in a row if you bring another DC in next year. But at the end of the day, Eberflus hasn't shown that he can make adjustments to the game based off the players. Because at the end of the day, a good coach, you're going to adjust to your players. He's not doing that. I mean, you got Quentin Williams on the line. You got Kenny Clark on the line. You got the DN that you drafted. I mean, like you say, you got Zion Childress that's sitting on the practice squad. You got Bland. You got Overshawn that just came back. I mean, you got players on that side of the ball. He just didn't use them right.
Nah. And my thing is, he got some good coaches coaching with him, believe it or not. Don't blame them and fire them. Like I say, it's question mark about that DC. You're not lying. They got to do something about that. And I know the offseason coming and back to Parson. I mean, that's why I tell everybody it makes sense to sign them. People don't realize what they got. That's down like a Herschel Walker trade. They got some draft picks and more money in the cap.
Yep. So it's
going to be interesting to see what Jerry's do.
I like our chances going. I like our chance for next year. But we still got 3 games this year. See what these boys are gonna do.
Nah,
We're technically not eliminated. Philly got to win one more game. Philly lose the rest of that game. We win the rest of our games. We get in.
Yeah, but
that's not happening. That's not happening. But speaking of Philly, man, how you gonna win it? How you gonna win a Super Bowl? You don't even like the quarterback. Don't like the receiver. The receiver talking bad about the quarterback. He's sitting on the sideline reading books. Like, come on, man. That chemistry is not there to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
The same thing happened last year. It's a whole new season when the playoffs start. And I really think that they're going to be a whole different team when the playoffs start.
I mean, you say that, but last year they didn't have a Super Bowl. This year they got a Super Bowl. So are they as hungry? You know what they say about when you dating, right? The best girl is the new girl. They already got they playing with the old girl right now. So at the end of the day, I don't think they as hungry. I think you're gonna see maybe a Detroit slip up on them. I mean, Seattle's playing well. I'm not bullish on Seattle right now because of their quarterback. But you said it. The Rams are going to the Super Bowl. They got the quarterback. They got the receivers. They got the defense.
Well, I was never an Aaron Donald fan, but he got under the right system in Minnesota. They made him.
I mean, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. I'm sorry, Sam Darnold. I said Dan Darnold. My bad. Sam Darnold. And he's looking good, bro. I mean, he's the most improved quarterback last year.
But you rattled
him. And he's playing good this year. Yeah, one bad game this year.
But look what he did. That all happened. Look what he did in the playoffs last year. I expect him to do the same thing in the playoffs this year. Poop the bed. Poop the bed. He's a pooper. He's a bed pooper in the playoffs. That's what he is. That's what he is. So
with that defense, we're gonna see that then.
Yeah. I think you're gonna see the Rams and Buffalo in the Super Bowl. You heard it here, beginning of December. We're here in the tunnel. Dallas Melvin said Rams and Buffalo, with the Rams winning it all.
Yeah, I hear that, folks.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Come see me. Come see me. Y'all can buy me a stick over here at the Den, 4604 Alameda in historic 3rd Ward, Texas. So NFL, that's that. We're going to talk about what a lot of people been talking about for the last week. Caught people off guard. I mean, this team won the Natty 2 years ago, and now they're in complete disarray. Michigan, what the heck is Sherrone Moore? What was he thinking about, dog?
Man, well, I can't say no name, but a couple of coaches told me when he was on the way getting a job, that was always his problem, keeping his pants up. You know, so you at an opportunity like that, whatever your weakness is, come on, man, that's this historical program, and you messing it up for the black coaches. Now, I know he ain't one of us, but just the reality you are, and you're on that stage. And the crazy thing is, I tell people in life, you have to be diverse because you never know where you get your first money from. what race you get it from. Harbaugh had it in his contract. If I leave, I win, decide to go to the league, he'd be the next guy.
And he was.
And he was.
He was.
And, you know, and here's the thing. I wasn't surprised at his meltdown because when they won that game a year ago against Penn State, okay, Harbaugh suspended.
He pulled a Coleridge.
He pulled a Coleridge. Yeah, he pulled a Coleridge. Bernard Stroud the third, but the fourth of me. I'm sorry. But at the same time, you know, your boss was suspended for cheating. And you was inside on that too. And like, God, what's the other people on ESPN say, why is he crying? You know, you do all that emotional stuff, crying behind that game, and then when you come back, get a meltdown, I wasn't surprised. It looked like he had a mental problem. Because I remember I sent that to my cousin, and she was like, I was sending, she was reading about the story, and I was sending that. So he seemed like the type of guy, if his girlfriend said, I'm going to break up with you, I'm going to cry. You know, and, you know, but what I'm saying is, but let's go back to it, though, man. You just play Ohio State, one of the biggest rivalries. Then you get, for that Monday, you have your press conference, talking about the Texas game, everything good, all the players coming back, ain't holding out. And then you get fired on Wednesday, and then you go break in the girl house, and then would threaten to kill yourself in front of your wife, go over to the girl house, threaten to kill her yourself, and you in the suicide cell at the end of the day. And you got the world in your hand making $6 million. And you lose all that, buy out all that stuff. And it's like you in a suicide cell. Man, that is crazy.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, he had an issue, obviously, when he got the job. But we all got issues. We all got issues. And the unfortunate part about it is he got examples out there, recent examples of people who are, quote, on top of the world and lost it or lost a significant part of it in the news, in the headlines, for messing with OnlyFans chicks or for messing with people that they work with, whether you want to go to a coach here in Houston that's coaching here in Houston now, or you want to go to somebody that got one of the largest sports talk shows, podcasts in the country. They both done got caught up in the last couple of years with the same thing. So I don't feel bad for him because he saw, like, it ain't like, oh, we talking about what happened 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. These are two prominent black professionals in the sports industry that got caught up with the same BS he got caught up with. It's no excuse, man. There's no excuse.
Well, I'm going to say this. It was already in your contract. You weren't supposed to mess around, okay? I know people get second chance. Look at the Rockets coach, what he went through. But what I'm saying is this. You're right. We all have our issues. But whatever issue you got, you know your weakness. You got to straighten it up. You're making $6 million a year. You got to change all that. Then you're on the big stage. Then you can't do what they do. You black at the end of the day. And that's his problem. You know what I'm saying? And you think you can do what they do, get away. He think he's set up. Well, look, at the end of the day, when you black and got a big position, no matter what it is in life, they setting you up. So your job is to walk a straight line, know your business, take care of your business, and if you do that, you're going to win and get them off your back.
So I'm going to keep it real. People walking around here talking about walk that straight line stuff. I hear you. But at the end of the day, if you ain't going to walk a straight line, don't be sloppy with it. Like, he would still have his job if he did what he did.
Well, you got to understand technology today is you ain't got no choice but to walk a straight line. And the thing is, there's a lot of coaches out there just haven't got caught, but a lot of them did get caught because Stoops just got fired from Kentucky. He had an outside baby, and the university knew. That's why he got divorced. And the child is like 8 years old now.
So that's my point.
We can't do what they do, though.
But no, this is my point. Stoops didn't have an outside baby by his executive assistant. He gave the executive assistant a $40,000-ish raise. And by the way, how dumb can you be? That's a state job. They gonna see that. Nobody gets no executive assistant in the country gets a $30,000 to $40,000 a year raise just by answering more phones or taking better notes. So that's sloppy number one. Sloppy number two is he could have did what he did with another co-ed at another school or even that school.
He could have went to Detroit. Ain't number 30 miles down the street.
Exactly. The problem was she works for you. So HR was forced to get rid of your sloppy, dumb ass because at the end of the day, you could have had 2 or 3 baby mamas. As long as they ain't one working for Michigan and working for you, you know what? They could have even been working for Michigan in a whole nother department.
But my understanding is
sloppy.
I think she said that, what they call it, DoorDash, whatever, that pill they.
Yeah,
said,
when you got the plan B.
I think she set that up. But the sad part about it is, both of them embarrass their families because her dad is big with the Bears, been with the Bears for years.
He's a scouter.
Yeah, he
big time.
Is under the GM. They wanted to make him GM. He just didn't want to do it. Everybody go to him in the building, and I'm like, that's embarrassed. And she just as wrong as him because you supposed to be pregnant. You messing with a married man, breaking up families.
Yeah.
And what about that woman probably can sue?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Truesdale.
I mean, what I'm saying is, we know I done talking about Sherrone, but talk about her too, though. I mean, because you can
talk about her all you want to, but she wasn't making $6 to $13 million a year. She was making $50,000, upwards of $90,000 after he gave her a raise. You ain't in the same ballpark, man. That's pocket change. So she don't have the same responsibilities that he has. He got a bigger responsibility. He got a bigger platform. He's freaking head coach of the University of Michigan. He's a brother. He got that opportunity because somebody else gave him that opportunity. He didn't have to interview for it. Somebody else set him up for a lifelong success, and he poo-pooed it because
I know he's gonna be the worst. Like you say, he's gonna be the worst, and you're right. I mean, you went, you making $6 million a year. I understand that though. But what I'm saying is this: you got people talk about these men, but these women make it no better. And that's all I'm saying. Ladies out there, you be careful when you are doing that. Messing with putting in positions like that. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just saying, I know her dad is embarrassed, and that's just crazy. But with him, like you say, he's black too, but he don't think he is.
She's not the first woman to do it.
Ain't the last one.
She ain't going to be the last woman to do it. So you got to be smarter, and don't do it. First, at the end of the day.